You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Welcome to Mr. Credit Mondays. For the first time, we are live and local here in San Diego, bringing you the most important hour in radio, unquestionably, because we're telling you everything they don't want you to know. And when we say they, we mean all the bad guys out there. Anybody who's trying to deceive you or get you to spend your hard-earned money unwisely or just flat out take it right out of your pocketbook. I've got a few goals for the show. Number one is to make sure that your credit score goes higher. Make sure you have more money in your pocket. Make sure you live a better life. If we can do that, then we've accomplished our goal. Just a couple people a day, that's all I'm looking for. We're going to start with the Padres right now. I really, really, really hate to be in I told you so mode right now because of this. And I'm telling you, it's gloomy. I think it's raining because the Padres lost. It's raining in San Diego right now. And although you can see it coming, it was such a feeble way to go out. I mean,
this is ridiculous.
Seriously, guys, we're going to get shut out again? We're going to get shut out again on the last game of the season when you actually have a chance, if you can win, to give yourself a chance to get to the playoffs. If you win, you have two chances, actually. You realize if we won the game yesterday, then we would have had a chance to play San Francisco. If we win that game, we're in the playoffs. If we lose that game, we have a chance to play the Braves, and then we're in the playoffs. Do you realize that's what would have happened if we won the game yesterday? We'd had two chances. Two. To get to the playoffs.
What are you doing?
Instead, our guys can't even get the bat on the ball. You know, the Padres haven't been able to hit curveballs the whole stretch coming in, and it was just pathetic yesterday. It would have been nice if the Phillies could give us some help, but hey, you got to be able to hit the freaking ball. You have to be able to score a run to win the game. You have to be able to put one run on the board to win. Can't win with zero. It's just such a feeble effort. It ticks me off. This is the last time I'm going to talk about it, so I may go on for a second here because it's over. I mean, it is over. San Diego 1700 here, soon to be ESPN 1700, ESPN Radio 1700, come Wednesday. So 2 days from now, you're going to have all the ESPN programming. That's Mike and Mike in the morning, Colin Cowherd, and then you're going to have Lucia, Mr. Credit. Market Pulse is coming up today. First shows today, right after Mr. Credit. And then you're going to go into Doug Gottlieb in the afternoon. So great stuff going on. We got all the baseball playoffs coming here on ESPN 1700 come Wednesday. And that's going to be, I think we're going to have Reds, Phillies on Wednesday, and I think we're going to have Yankees, Twins on Wednesday night, and then Braves, Giants on Thursday. Don't quote me on that, okay, because it's obviously chaotic around here right now. There's all sorts of there's just it's just a dreary day in here. I mean, you got the rain, it's crappy outside. Everyone here has been Padres rah, rah, rah.
Yeah!
For like 8 months, and for it to go down the way it did yesterday,
Wow, that is brutal.
is rough. I mean, folks are having a tough day today. So just understand, we aren't feeling all that great.
I'm Rick James.
If we'd won yesterday, maybe. But it's rough in here today. But we are going to have the Major League Baseball playoffs right here on ESPN 1700 come Wednesday is when we're going to go there. Now, I do want to touch on Chargers, too, for a second, because this is just like the craziest phenomenon. There's a football game, a professional football game, here in San Diego yesterday. I know a couple people who went. They said it was awesome. They said it was just fantastic. However, I couldn't watch it on the TV because it was blacked out. And I'm going to offer some solutions here because no matter how many times people explain this rule to me, I still don't get it. I still don't get the blacking out deal. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I'll tell you why. But here's the thing that was crazy. I watched SportsCenter last night for like 3 hours trying to catch the Chargers highlights and didn't get it. I think I saw the whole Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick story about 15 times, but I didn't see Charger highlights at all. I saw Steeler highlights. I saw all kinds of teams. No Chargers. So to this moment, me, a Charger fan, have not been able to see one single play from the game yesterday. Not a highlight, nothing. Nothing. All I know is we won. Hey, we won. We won big. No! I didn't get to see it. Nothing. I haven't been able to see a thing. I guess I'll just have to be a Charger fan for away games this year. Guys, listen, there's a solution here. We're smart enough. Okay, we can figure this out.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
We got to be able to figure this out. Okay? So I get it. Okay. Chargers franchise organization is a business. Get it. They need to make money. Gotcha. All right. So there's a rule. We need X number of people in the stands or the game's blacked out. That I don't get. Because are you telling me that you're not making enough money with the TV rights? You don't want to put it on TV because you're not making enough money with the TV rights? Then charge them more money for the TV rights. There's solution number one. Solution number two, lower the ticket prices. Lower the ticket prices and increase the cost of the stuff in the stadium. I mean, what's the difference between paying $80 for a pizza and $120? You know? It's all asinine. So, just do something to figure this out. It's silly. I mean, they should be able to make money off of those games if no one shows up. Nobody. If they just played the game in the practice facility where there was no fans allowed, they should still be able to figure out how to televise it and make money doing it so that we can watch the games. For crying out loud. Someone put their thinking cap on, please, and figure out how we can stop jacking this around.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Figure it out. Take a few minutes. There's got to be a way. This whole, you can't watch the game and then when there's not going to be any highlights on, that's crap. It's just not okay. I'm not okay with it. But, at the same time, I had a conversation with someone yesterday. I was in the elevator, and every time I meet someone, I always tell them about the show, about the station, everything that's going on. And every time I mention to somebody, 1700, we're going to be the new home for ESPN Radio San Diego coming on Wednesday. And everyone's, oh, wow, that's great. I love Colin Cowherd and all this. And, so we started talking in that conversation. They asked me what the show's about. Well, I tell them, hey, it's about telling you everything they don't want you to know. And, the number one thing that they don't want you to know is how good bankruptcy is for you. And when I start this conversation with people, everyone always says the same thing. Really? Bankruptcy's good? I've always thought it was the worst thing you could ever do for yourself. That is incorrect. That is what they want you to think so that you will do damage to your own person, to your own financial life, to your own friends and family. Because if people out there really knew the truth behind how good bankruptcy can be for you, listen to this. How would you like to become debt-free and have a higher credit score? There's only one way to do that. Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Takes about 100 days. You delete all of your credit card debt. You get a fresh start. That's why it's called a fresh start. Chapter 7 is a fresh start. You get a fresh start. You get a higher credit score. You get all of your debts gone. You just put more money in your pocket. Keep your cars. Keep your home. Keep your retirement. Delay foreclosure. Get rid of wage garnishments, judgments, things like that. I mean, if you got sued, if you got someone trying to collect you, you can get rid of your medical bills. I mean, all that stuff. It's truly an amazing thing. And it's changing people's lives. And that's why I recommend William McDonald with the McDonald Legal Group here in Southern California. Because he is a guy who really cares about people. And if you have someone who really cares about people, who practices a bankruptcy law and is as good as he is at it, he's going to be changing lives over and over and over and over. McDonald's never had food poisoning. Did I tell you that? He's never had food poisoning his whole life. That's some good karma come back around right there. That's
Neither
a guy.
have I.
Get out of here. But you don't eat real food, though. You eat, like, almond milk and etc. I mean, this is a guy who eats out, eats chicken, normal food and things like that. Not just herbal extracts and so forth. So, no, he's never had food poisoning. I've probably had it like 6 times. It is a violent mess. Oh, man, just a violent mess. I really don't look forward to having it again. But I'm telling you, the guy's doing good things for people, and he's being rewarded accordingly. You can call William McDonald today. If you or anyone you know is in one of those situations where you've got financial stress, you got too much credit card debt, you can barely make the minimum payments, or you're having trouble trying to choose what to pay and what not to pay, look, you don't have to deal with that. The bankruptcy law is there. It's for you for a reason. Get a fresh start. Become debt-free. Call William McDonald, 858-437-0103. So it's 858-437-0103. You don't call to file bankruptcy. That's not how it works. You call to set up an appointment to sit down with William himself and discuss it, to see what your options are. Become educated, at least, whether you file or not. Sometimes just having the knowledge that you could file if things got a little bit worse is just enough to allow you to have a better life. Yahoo! One of the goals of the show. Call William McDonald today and become educated for free about your bankruptcy options. 858-437-0103. When we come back, I got to talk to you about this guy who saved these people in La Jolla. Amazing deal. And Tennessee LSU game. What did the coach of Tennessee do wrong? I know it wasn't him who lost the game in the end, but I will talk to you about what he did wrong, in my opinion, that a lot of coaches do wrong, when we come back on Mr. Credit Radio, San Diego 1700, soon to be the home of ESPN Radio 1700.
If you have questions about your credit, call 858-673-4299. That's 858-673-4299 to speak with Mr. Credit, or go to MrCreditRadio.com.
Are you sick and tired of just barely making the minimum payments on your credit cards? Do you have any idea how many years it will take for you to pay them off? Hi, Mr. Credit here. If you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, listen very closely. Filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection could allow you to eliminate all of your credit card debt and typically only lasts about 3 months. Most likely, your credit score will go much higher afterward. The only person I recommend you speak with about this is William McDonald with the McDonald Legal Group. Call him right now. 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103. A 90-day late payment on a credit card will hurt your credit score as much as filing for bankruptcy will. So stop living paycheck to paycheck and call William right now for your free consultation. 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103.
This is Lisa with the McDonald Legal Group. We are a debt relief agency. We help people file for bankruptcy relief under the Bankruptcy Code.
Looking for work during this economy can be very discouraging. If you are looking for help, call 1-800-841-2020 or go to empleo.gov.mx. They will assist you in looking for a job, and they will give you all the information you need for job training. This message was brought to you by the federal government.
You know, I've worked with plenty of different mortgage companies in San Diego, and while there are some who do a great job, there is only one that I can say is truly the best in the business. The Craig Sewing Lending Group provides an experience and expertise in real estate financing that is absolutely second to none. I've known Craig for a dozen years, and I know you would be satisfied working with him. Call 888-880-9500. That's 888-880-9500, or go to craigsewing.com if you're interested in buying real estate in Southern California. It's also worth considering the terms on your loan if you already own property. Rates are at levels that just absolutely boggle the mind right now, and chances are you could save some easy money here. Call Craig Sewing today, 888-880-9500, and tell him Mr. Credit sent you. That's 888-880-9500, or online at craigsewing.com.
What does hope look like? It looks like people with type 1 diabetes, people that hope for a future without worry. Go to jdrf.org. A message from Advanced Auto Parts.